So welcome everyone. It was an honor for Jean Cramer, Lesley, Braxton, Hsu-Jen, and myself, Victor Ermoli, to evaluate and have fun checking the projects that your organizations have submitted. It was a very interesting selection of projects, a very wide range of categories. And as everybody imagines, in every competition, some projects are outstanding and it's very, very difficult to select one. And it was very challenging for all of us to select a winner. But we believe the winning project does represent not only what the current status of architecture and interior design should encompass in a successful project, but also what the future, including what's happening with the coronavirus. We did include some part of the conversation on how will these projects adapt to the uncertainty of the future. And with that, Jean Cramer, if you would like to comment in the overall winner. For us, the overall winner was the SLAC headquarters.
This project creates business success, and it shows the relationship between the design team and the owner and the owner's representative to bring about something that is economical and entrepreneurial, and it just delighted us, and we all came together on this as the top project.
I just really thought that this was remarkable storytelling. I truly understood what was happening with everything from how the owner saw himself and how the space needed to meet those expectations. Just the texture, the quality of thought, the quality of storytelling in the space was just it was really beautiful. It was also really simple and elegant, which I took. I love the space behind me, just the light quality. It was just a wonderful project. And I also truly loved the way that you added the video and it showed your process and allowed all of us to understand what you went through to get to the built environment.
I do really like the quality of the space. From each room, they have a very different approach and really give the human scale, human perspective, actually have a different approach to it. The lighting, the texture, the color actually is a fantastic. Right. To see the entire project really successful that way. Great.
It was really good from my point of view to see the range of spaces, the range of use of materials, textures. It's a space overall that it's very enticing to spend the whole day working there. If you are looking to be into a small enclosed space like the hallway that I am in, or an open outdoor, you have the freedom to find the space that suits for the emotional moment that you might be at that point during the working day. So it seems to be a very exciting place to have as an office and shop to work every day. I don't believe anybody will get tired. Also, I think it's very adaptable. You can see that you can create opportunities in the different environments to have different range of office activities throughout the week or throughout the day. And I thought that was also a very positive aspect of the design. So with that,
yes. Sure. So the whole design is very settled. It's not overpowering. It's just very, very comfortable, even in all the space that you look at.
It makes you want to work there.
Right.
Yes, it does. It has to be serious when it has to be serious. It has to be playful when it has to be playful. So with that, I keep insisting, let's give a toast, the SLAC headquarters, the overall winner, and big cheers.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. So in the runner-up category of the professionals, we selected 2 projects. The first project I think we would love to talk about is the CANOPY project.
The Canopy project, I really love the excitement. I love this project so much. Yeah, it's you're looking at that really provide the human interaction to an art installation. It make people really want to really not even touch, just try to get involved with this beautiful work. And quite exciting, very exciting, especially at night. The night view is fantastic.
The beauty was the bicycles. I think the idea that it took a community of people to activate it and that it wasn't a single source operation. And I loved everybody being on the bikes and these big canopies opening. The one thing I did think that really dropped this one out of a higher category is just the way that the support system hit the ground. It seemed a little bit clumsy. It was still beautiful, and we understand that this is a night experiment and a night community engagement piece, but to me it's just really well thought out, and I loved seeing the children cycling next to the parents, and I'm a cyclist, so this really got to me too.
I agree 100% with Lesley. If the foundation of the sculptures will have been resolved a little bit cleaner, a little bit more in harmony with what was happening on the top, it will have been a little bit more a connected, holistic experience. Also during the day when it's not being in use, or when it's being in use with a different setting with the sun, it becomes a little more, I think, relevant. The opportunity to do something in the foundation, in the base, to make it a little bit more of a coherent experience. But overall, we're very excited that you guys not only submitted it, but you did it. And the ability to create community, to create happiness. You can see the emotional responses of the crowds and connecting people that will normally not connect. I think that's a great aspect of this project.
And I would just only add, other than the resolution at the base, where it comes together at the ground level up, it is an absolutely thrilling project, and it gives a sign of both talent, design talent at work, and intuition at work. It's really a successful role model project.
So, to the CANOPY project, great project. Thank you for doing it. Congratulations.
Cheers.
Congratulations.
The second runner-up in the professional category was the TIA Clinic. It was very impressive to see a new take on what healthcare could be.
This one really resonated with me as a female, and just, I think it really did a wonderful job of destigmatizing healthcare. And I love that you talked about the curves of a woman's body being the inspiration for the design of the space. And even when you get down into the patient room, just the robe and the attention to detail, and making it feel like this is normal, this is natural, everybody that's a female has to go through these different things. And so I really appreciated that it was, it also had this wonderful hospitality feeling. You weren't going into a waiting room with, stacking chairs. It was a custom upholstery and custom look and feel and playful graphics. I think the graphics were beautiful, but maybe a little juvenile might be a good word to describe them. They had a younger sensibility to them than I thought I was looking for. But all in all, the project was really remarkable. And I do think that if this thought keeps going, it could really be a game changer for the healthcare industry. So it's a wonderful project.
I think it addressed really well the emotional aspect of a woman's clinic. You're there, sometimes you're gonna receive news that will change the course of your life forever in a positive or negative way, but it's life changes news from you're pregnant to you have a disease that will shorten your lifespan or will put your life at risk. And having a space like this that helps with emotional aspect, it's not these cold-blooded white walls that increase the tension and it's not, I think, enabler of having dialogue and communications and conversations between the different members of the healthcare, the doctor, the nurse, the patient. I think in a space like this is an enabler of having dialogue and conversation.
Yeah, and this is really a game changer for healthcare. I think it's quite very approachable for every single level for the for the clients. People coming in, I would see feel very welcome. They feel very welcome, even just by looking at the picture itself. It's quite a very settled design, but not overwhelming in the healthcare.
I'd like to go there. So can you build one near Atlanta, please?
There were 3 words that described this project for me that elevated it to the award-winning level. The first one was dignity, how design aids the dignity of the individual. The second one was bringing together intangibles. There seem to be so many intangibles. This obviously isn't a real expensive project, but it brought the resources together to make something really brilliant happen. And it gave it an attitude. And that attitude has an uplifting effect thanks to good design.
So, Tia Clinic.
Congratulations, Tia.
Cheers.
Remarkable project. Thank you for doing that.
At this point, we also felt some projects should be recognized and make a notable remark about them. Some of them impressed us incredibly for the level of complexity, the level of achievement, the pushing technologies or pushing other aspects of designing the space to the what it will be the limit or the elegance of restoring an existing structure and recognizing its value and bringing a combination for perpetuity. So with that introduction, there are 4 projects that we would like to recognize. The first one is Bodies in Motion. This is another technological project in connecting humans with technology and projecting, I think, a little bit the bigger scale that humans can be. So Hsu-Jen, you just included it in your background. Would you like to?
It looks perfect there.
Yeah, it's very eye-catching, that body in motion, very elegant, by just very simple lights. And in the dark background, I think it's very architecture, very, very architecture-oriented installation. The light being the ray of the light, it just really capture quite a lot of excitement in these installations.
But I felt something from it, and I thought it was really beautifully well done, and thought that this could be a really remarkable traveling exhibition as well. I could see it being done in a city street, you know, broadcast on the side of a building too. So I saw more than just a stark installation from this.
It's a real support system for us to elevate the conversation about what design can do in the built environment. And we were all taken with it.
And I think it has the opportunity to be pushed forward.
Right.
I see it just as the beginning of an opportunity, not at the end. I think there is a lot of play and opportunity that can be taken from this point on, taking the same principles, taking the same technology, just upscaling it, reworking the projections, working into a whole range of concepts, utilizing the same approach. The next space that we would like to recognize is Warner Music Group headquarters. In the Warner Music Group office, and Hsu-Jen, just put it in the background.
I love this project is just because there's so many space actually celebrating the music, and in terms of performance, also recording, and it's quite a beautiful space they're creating. It's a very industrial light, but just a very warm finish on this project.
So you can begin to see the how this space can resonate to the different musicians and artists at Warner, and it sort of brings together multi-generations and multi-talents and the music, and you can see the music sort of at work here in the color display. And it's a project that is at once, this project is beautiful and makes you want to play an instrument.
I think the space, the selection of the furniture, the selection of the accessories, the design of the central space, all represents the diversity of music and musicians.
I agree. It's just a building as a theater. It was just a beautiful space that you could see so many things happening. I love the subtle use of brand and the interior architecture that I thought was really smart. It's just a sophisticated, elegant space that I think can be retooled for so many purposes, and that's why I really love this project.
The next one, a project that excites us a lot, a project that we talked for a long time in the details, in the resolution, in the complexity, in the incredible, I don't know how to describe the incredible resources that must have been taking place in order to execute the Moxie Hotel.
The cathedral look of this interior is just spectacular. Very sophisticated design and wonderful finish of the interior. Really it's a great design. I really love it.
I think the Rockwell Group, you guys submitted a lot of really, really remarkable work, and I think I might be lagging out. This entire hotel, the Moxie, was just so thoughtfully done, everything down to the detail in the rooms themselves, which I thought were incredibly smart. I feel like you go there and you immediately feel cooler. But every space was wonderful, and I've long since admired your work and think that you are all doing some of the best restaurant and hospitality design in the country. So wonderful, wonderful job.
The jury came together in its high levels of appreciation for this project.
And last but not least, the FAIRMONT Royal. Something that we would like to recognize with this project is an incredible achievement in preservation, preserving the space, the quality, the finish, the ceiling, and how to integrate the incredible canvas that they had available and enhance it, not only to bring it back to its splendor, but make it better.
Definitely, those classical elements in the design, and to celebrate this beautiful old hotel, I think it's just wonderful. And I mean, personally, I have a dream end of last year over there. It was just amazing space to visit.
I thought the lighting, the way that it was so elegantly handled, so finely detailed, that really supported this idea of preservation, yet bringing a building into today. And so you could definitely see both sides of the story here. And then I think just the supple furniture and being a place that you really want to hang out and look up, because that ceiling is one of the most remarkable ceilings I've ever seen.
Yes.
So it's a historic space, and so perhaps the listeners have been there before. It's awesome. It is awesome to a level that it can almost take your breath away. The original ceiling has been preserved, and some of the design elements have been preserved, but it comes together as something altogether different, as an adaptive reuse project. Even though it's a hotel to a hotel, it seems like such a significant makeover of quality materials, and it makes you want to just, relax, maybe have a martini in this space, and I just, every time I look at this space, I want to celebrate. Nicely done.
these are the winners for the 2020 Core77 professional category. Thank you everybody for submitting their projects, and congratulations to everyone. Great work. You guys are making our life, not of the team, but our lives as humans more exciting by building these spaces, by creating these experiences, by creating these interactive elements. It makes us look forward with a positive view into life, a positive view in where we want to be, where we want to reside, and where we want to enjoy a great glass of wine or a great friend, or receive the news that we're gonna be parents one day, or we're gonna have a better future, or we overcame a health obstacle. So thank you everybody, great work.
Wonderful.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Got the crystal out.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the submissions from the student category. In the student category, the overall winner is a project that it excites all of us. It excites all of us because of its simplicity, but at the same time, its complexity. Their consideration of reusing a material by standardizing the module is something that I found quite interesting. In the student category, the overall winner, the Seashore Pavilion. Hsu-Jen just teletransported himself into the pavilion right now.
Now we are in the pavilion.
Yeah.
No, I really very impressed by the student category, especially in this project, and in terms of space planning and the structures. Very elegant, well planned. It is such a small space, but it's give a user actually have a very different experience. I would say that that's a job well done, and congratulations.
What I love is that knowing a little bit about UBC's campus, their attention to sustainability, craft, wood structure, that to me, not only is this a remarkable installation, it's also indicative of the learning environment that they are in. And that, like Hsu-Jen said, it's the attention to detail, the different views, looking out onto the little wetland that's over there on the side, just makes it feel like you could sit there to relax or have a little mini concert or sit there and study. I think it's quite lovely, and it's also quite simple in its construction, which I think really adds to the elegance of it.
It's indigenous.
Yeah.
It feels like everything about it came from within 100 feet of the project. And the stewardship of the University of British Columbia and the students and the faculty there to come together and make this kind of thing, it's really impressive, and it adds something to the campus. And think of all the lessons that were there for the students to learn along the way. I was impressed.
I also would like to comment that how it integrates with the environment, with the park, its surroundings. I think it's it's complementary because of the materials, the textures, but it's also contrasting enough by its geometry, its construction. I think it's offer a really well integration with its surroundings and the environment where it's located. So, Seashore project, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Very well
Well
done.
done.
Beautiful work. Sambo Maki, if you know who he is, would be really proud.
Yes.
Congratulations.
And agree with that.
In the student category, we had one runner-up. The runner-up project, the SEISMIC conversation. By the way, we all love the picture. Whoever was the photographer of this picture needs to also be recognized. It's the arrangement, the composition, the ability to connect the textures, and the whole moment was great. this picture actually tells the story really, really well. Hsu-Jen, or
Yeah.
well, you have
And
to
this
the
project,
background.
yeah, this project, the concept behind it just quite astounding. It's a beautiful approach to just listen to the earth and how you really capture that whole simple installation, have a very beautiful moment of listening, and that really touched my heart. And it's a wonderful thought. A beautiful artist, definitely. You are a beautiful artist.
Yeah, there's such a poetry to it, and I agree. We take so little time to just sit and listen, and I would love to see these as something that you kind of happen upon and in the natural environment. And they're also, I feel like they're dual purpose. They're kind of a stoop, a place to rest and a place to contemplate. So you're hearing your surroundings, and then you have an opportunity to hear what you can't see, which is so, I mean, that's just a beautiful story.
If Bang & Olufsen were to make these, this is what it would look like. It's a very creative idea. The earth is alive. The earth is alive, and this design captures what that life sounds like and how that gets translated in to the Yellowstone environment. And the idea is good, and the design execution is good. And I think that it's a great learning tool, and maybe we could all buy them through Bang & Olufsen someday.
Yeah. Making the invisible visible. I think it's a really important aspect of modern Earth is alive, Jim, as you were saying, and having the ability, it's like an stethoscope from a doctor putting it on the heart of the patient, where you can see how healthy or how unhealthy that patient is. I think by being a seismic device, not only recognize the natural movements of Earth, but also I'm sure you will capture 200 miles away, 100 miles away, some mining project or fracking project, and you will see how disturbing the sound of that movement will be. So you start to understand how nature and Earth actually integrates together. And I think if we want the masses to react, the masses to take action, you need to make the invisible visible. And I think this device does an outstanding job in making the invisible visible. In my opinion, I do have a feedback that I struggle a little bit with the location in the park. I think maybe you should consider the installation taking place in other parks, more urban parks in some cases, in order to not necessarily disrupt the moment that you might have where you are in Yellowstone or when you are in one of those beautiful natural places. So it's a point for argument, it's a point for discussion on the location, but we wanted to recognize that I think the outstanding job that you did as a designer, as a creator, as to make us all feel what Earth is and Mother Nature is alive.
Good points. Cheers. Congratulations.
Cheers. Congratulations.
Congratulations to all the winners.
SEISMIC conversation. At this point, these are all the winners. I think for me, it was an honor to participate in judging the work. It was an honor to see and learn so much from each one of your projects. I have to say from myself, you inspire me. All of you inspire me to be a better designer, to be a better educator, to be a better professional. It opened my eyes to so many opportunities that we have in front of us on making our living environment more inspirational, better, more exciting, make us happy.